Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode. I know it's been a while. As you know, last week the plumber came, and what else was there? There was something else. And then on the weekend, oh yeah, I did do one video before the weekend. And then on the weekend, my granddaughter came over for the weekend. So she was here Friday afternoon until Sunday afternoon. So then it was clean up. And then on Monday, I went back to my normal cleaning of the house to catch up on that. Plus, I had a doctor appointment, a phone call on Monday and Tuesday because of my, I don't know, we'll just call it mental health issues. So I had 2 phone calls there and catching up on housework. And then Wednesday, I just chilled. So yesterday, I wrote myself a little note here. Print Valerie's photos. Can you see that? Oh, I gotta adjust this. There's the green line. Okay. So, Valerie's photos. I had to print them. As you know, I got my new printer, but I did not know how to use it. I had not started to use it other than a test page. So it was a little bit of playing around with the settings and figuring things out. Yeah, so I did end up printing up her photos. And here they are right here. These are the little ones. I have a few over there that are a little bigger, but most of them are little because if you remember, her brother and sister, I had done a little booklet, and it was a tiny little book that you turned the pages and there were pictures of them. So I did them little, but I didn't want to do them that little. So I first used my Canon printer. And so my Canon printer, no, it's not those. Oh, it's these. These are from my Canon printer, which is a peel and stick. And so this is the size. Let me find a cute picture of her. This is her a little older. So there, it's a nice glossy picture. And then this is the one that I printed on my printer. Like, I'm amazed. It turned out so good. But when I was watching other YouTubers, they were saying to use matte photo paper. Well, on regular paper, it came out dark and cloudy. So I remember buying matte photo paper because they were saying it was better quality prints. And so I tried it on my old printer, my original, and it did not help. And I'm like, okay, well, this is not working. Well, now that I got my new printer, the EcoTank, I tried it on that one. And oh my God, people, look at this. Like, it turned out so nice and clear. Like, even with the pictures of them in Mexico, like, look at that. Like, it turned out so good. Like, look at, here, I'll give you a side-by-side comparison. The only difference is that the mini Canon printer is shiny. I don't know if you can see, but it's glossy. This one, because I bought matte paper, it's pretty matte. But look how good they look. Here, I can't believe it. Like, amazing. Look at that. Like, it turned out so good. I just can't get over it. Like, why go to the store to get things printed when you can do it on your printer? The only thing is, I have not found a photo, a way of taking, let's say, 6 photos, put it on one page, and make it a 2x3. I think these are 2x3. Yeah, this is a 2x3. This turned out a little smaller. They're directly side by side. See, it turned out a little smaller. And that is because I used a presentation on my open office. They have presentation, And then you can put like 4 or 6 pictures on the page with a title. Well, I just didn't do the title, and I just did the photos, and I stuck them into those squares. But they come out smaller. So I still have to figure out, I would like even bigger than this. I'd like a 3x5 even. Or a 4x3. I don't know, something bigger. But this is too small. But for now, it'll do. It is very clear. It is amazing. I am so surprised at how good it turned out. Some of them turned out a little bigger. There's a few here that are a little bigger. Look at that, my vampire girl. But you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I finally did it, and I printed it. Now I had these photos that were in picture frames of her. But what I was going to do is scan the photo, shrink it down. But since I don't have a proper photo program where you can do, you know, not only, like I can edit it in Photos, that's fine. But if Photos does not have a sheet where you can pick 6 different photos and put them on the sheet. Do you know what I mean? So I figure for now, it's fine. These 2 will fit in her journal. I'll just stick it in the pocket. I'll decorate it up a bit, and these are done. These guys, I will find a backing for it and decorate the backing, and that's then done too. Now for these guys, I want to make booklets and stuff to put them in and then decorate them. So as you know, I made her 4 journals. This is the one we're working on. This is the one I left empty for her to work on. It has her baby souvenirs in it. I just might do a closure, or what I was thinking is from this hole, I could have a string come out and then wrap it around a couple of times and hook it under, you know, that kind of thing. But this one I'm going to leave for her to do, and I'm going to include with this some stickers and some washi tape and ribbon and stuff like that, and let her do that one. This one's her book review. As you know, I printed up the book review, coloring page in the middle. That she can decorate if she wants. I'm not touching it. This is the inspiration for all of these. The only thing I got to do on this is the closure. It's complete. It's just I don't like this closure. But other than that, the dangles are on. There's a dangle here from the center tie, which we'll do a walk through all of these, including what I'm going to include in the gift, the stickers and that. We'll do that on the final reveal, like the final. But we're still working on this. This one has all its pockets and tucks, and the pages are done, which I'll show you at another time. But we're going to make those things to put in here. All those photos, this is going to be her photo album. Now, hers is bigger than her brother and sister, but they also had a sticker book where she gets a book review. Because she's 4 years older than her brother and 5 years older than her sister, because she's older, she's at a different point. And she's able to make her own. She does a lot of reading, whereas the other 2 are still, they're not in that phase, right? So for Valerie, I'm doing it a little differently. Okay, so photos are done. Journals are pulled out. Now, what else did I pull out? I pulled out, while I was watching videos last night, I took a couple of old file folders. And yeah, see, this is not sticking. This washi tape is the one that is not peeling properly. So I'm going to take this off, and I'm not going to do this on these. But that's the idea I had, was to make 4 pockets and then attach them together like in a book form with the washi tapes over here. And then she could open it up, you know, like she'd have a pocket here to put something, and then she can turn the page, and then here's another pocket. It's almost like having envelopes that are attached, and then you can open it. And then I did the 1 inch, the back one is the 1 inch, and the front one's a 1.5 inch, so that she has a way to get into it, right? And yeah, I kind of made a boo-boo. It's okay. I had planned to cover this anyways. I should have covered it before I even attempted the washi tape, but that's okay. Yeah, so then she can go in it, and then this, she can go behind and turn the page. And then those photos, I was thinking of having one photo here, one photo here, one photo, and all the way through like that. And then at the very back, I was going to put like a heart or something, and then the sticker that says homemade. And then I was going to say love from Nana. So that's the start of an idea. But now I have to take these tapes off, and I'm going to wrap them with paper. So that'll be booklet 1 for these size. Like not the 2 biggest ones, because they're going to go right in, but these next size. And if I need, I can take the bigger ones in here. The bigger ones are in the back. So that's for this one. And then I pulled out these, which are my napkin Mod Podge papers. So everything with purple. It's got to have purple or blue. Purple, blue. This is a yellow blue, and that's a yellow blue, but I just thought it's kind of whimsical. So I might not. This one too. I might not. Mind you, even if I pull this out, I still have quite a few, right? Like these two are repeated. They're both purple. These two are repeated. That's blue and that's purple, so I could eliminate that one. And then from these guys, what backings do I have? See, all the backings are different. So from these two, which backing do I go with? This, I could do something with it. I have circle punches. So what I could do is either circle punch and have different parts of the pattern and circle punch all these, or I could take other circles and put it on top. So I'm going to put this on the back. Like even this one, I might not use. Like I have so many. I don't need that many. All right, so this one is the flower, and this is a flower. And that's a flower. That's abstract. And then I have these two. So I'm going to go with that one. Ooh. All right. So I've got, let's say 4 sheets, because this one I don't know. With the circle in the back, I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. I might just pop it out and then put some small pictures on it. I don't know. But these 4, what I had wanted to do was one of them, I saw somebody, they cut here and here, and then they folded it, and it became a booklet. So I want to attempt that with one of them. And then another one, we'll say this one, what I want to do is cut it into strips, and then you glue them together, and then it's a book accordion, sort of like that, and then this, and then this, you know what I mean? Like an accordion, but it goes all the way. Or what I could do is take the 3 of them, cut them down the middle, overlap them to each other, bind it, flip the sides in. So this would get flipped in, this would get flipped in, and then it would get binded in the middle. And you do that with every page. So then every time she turns the page, she can open it up. You know what I mean? Like when this is like this, and this one is in like this, when she turns this page, she can flip it open, and there'll be 2 pictures, 2 spreads. And the reason why I have wax paper is between each layer, I want to put wax paper, which I think it kind of gives it a nice effect if you have wax paper. But I might only do like the part that folds in, I'll measure that space, and it won't cover the sides. It'll just cover the middle part, and then she'll just turn this, or she can see through it. I just think it'll give it another effect, right? So this one, I don't know if I want to do 1, 2, 3 strips where they cut it like that, or do I want to take it to 4? Because the pictures are pretty small, right? So if we look at it, that's 1, 2, 3. See, I might be able to put 4. What about the Canon printer? Let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3. See, 4 wouldn't fit. So I'm probably better off. I'll use the Canon printed photos. And I'll just do the 3 strips. So what you do is, this is a 12 by 12. You would fold it at 4 inch, 8 inch. Turn it, fold it again at 4 inch and 8 inch. And then you would cut the 1, 4, and 8, but you'd leave the 8 to 12 inch together. Then you would repeat that where this part that stays together is actually on this side. So you cut here to the 8 inch, you cut here to the 8 inch. But where you cut it is 4 inches here, 8 inches here. Same on this side, it'd be 4 inches here and 8 inches there. So those are the 3 photo bits. What I'm going to do with the photos. There's going to be the one sheet that is a photo album. You're going to have 3 sheets. That'll be another one with the sides flapping in and out. And you'll have the file folder one. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you the whole thing because I don't have much time left. A day or 2 and that's it. I also pulled out purple index cards if I want to make a booklet, a photo album, because that's the way I did it for her brother and sister. I might do that depending what's left at the end. I pulled out all these papers I have that I can use as a backing. I thought this would be fun. I know it's pink and orange, but depending what I put on it, it won't matter. Oh, excuse me. I could have even used the backing, which is white, and not use the pink side. So I brought that out for some ideas. And then apart from that, I pulled out my scrap papers. These are the bigger pieces. Everything purple I pulled out. There's some purple there. Blues are secondary color, so I got some blue. And then I included green and yellow. Because her fairy journal, I did purple, green, and blue. Yeah, I think I did purple, green, and blue. These 3 colors. So I've just added the yellow and, of course, neutrals. There's a wrapping paper here. There's no purple on it, but it's still pretty. And then I did even smaller pieces. All these strips I pulled out. Some scrap papers I can use like as a backing. Some writing pages. Of course, I have the other one too. Some music paper. And I have these trim pieces that I had trimmed off another one. I could maybe use that. Like just ideas, right? And I have 2 trays to have them on my bed here. And then apart from that, I pulled out these because I could do a booklet too. Where you fold these and you stick it in a booklet, and then you could put photos on it. You could use it as drawing, writing spots, graph paper too, just in case. You never know. I have an envelope here that's open on 2 sides. This is more to stick in a journal, but who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'll put that, you know, cut the sides off this envelope and stick it here or stick it on top, and I don't know. And then I found this was from Purdy's Chocolate. I've been keeping it for a project. Well, it's purple, so I figure Valerie. So I kept those two. Those are more scraps. And then these are envelopes that I've cut the top, well, the bottom, because the top was already. And then this one too, I unfolded it. This one I cut it off. See? I had cut it off. This one I left it intact. So I can use it or I can just cut it off, right? But these are some more ideas that are just sitting on my bed. That's why I love having this stuff in my bedroom, because I can use my bed as a dropping zone. The only bad part about having your bed as a dropping zone, you've got to clean up at the end of the day. And then on the weekend when Valerie was here, she made a few things, and this is one of them. And I thought somehow maybe I could include it in her journal. You know, even if I only use, you know, a little part of it. I could finish coloring this for her. I'm sure I can figure out which marker it was. Like, it's really pretty what she did. This is a stencil. Stencils. This she used bronze, gold, silver. And then here she put the blue. Which I think it's an idea of what she likes. She likes the shiny metallics, and she likes blue. She didn't use purple on this, and purple's supposed to be her favorite color, so who knows. Anyways, so that's that. Now it's time to start working. I pulled out ribbon. I pulled out these things. Yeah. I pulled out some of these gems, which I can use on these flowers or on these flowers. And so that's all you do is you pull out stuff that inspires you. You pull out stuff that you might use. You know, if you don't use it, that's fine. At least it's there giving you inspiration, right? So I'm going to pause this video and I'm going to start. So I'll be right back. So I finished the first photo album. As you know, for the first one, I wanted to do with these file folder, the cutouts. I do need to emphasize though, the glue, it's really hard finding glue that's not going to warp. I did end up using this on the last few. There's also the art glitter glue. But art glitter glue, the school glue, the clear transparent from Elmer's, and the, what's the other one I use? Is there another one? Oh yeah, the tacky glue. They're all water-based, and so they will warp your pages. And you can see it the most with the last one. Well, actually the last two. You can see how the pages are just a warping. And yeah, so I do know some people that do journals. They'll only use this, or they'll use this and the art glitter. They won't use any of the others. When it comes to glue stick, this is the best one. It's the one that starts off purple, and as it dries clear. This is the one that I used to use that I loved. It's Elmer's washable school glue. Disappearing purple. Oh, it's not on that. Oh, this is the front, I guess. Disappearing purple. That is the one which isn't so wet. Yeah, so there's that. And then, of course, I have the strips, which I probably should have used the strips on this, because they won't warp the paper either. It just leaves a bump because, you know, it is, even when you peel the backing off, it's still, you know, like a thin layer of paper, right? So it will leave a bit of a bump, but this won't warp. This won't warp. This, if you put too much, it will warp. But it overall, it's pretty good. It's not as bad as the other ones. So I just wanted to mention that. So this booklet, I did mostly the mini Canon printer photos that I have. And so what I did was I covered the outside with paper. All the outsides are, the whole thing is covered with paper. So I did that paper, I did the birds. This one I did the Jean. And this one was the one that I stamped. That I created. With the sponges and the daubers and that. Then when you open it up, I did a strip and a scalloped circle. This one, I did a strip with a scalloped circle. Here, a strip with scalloped circle. Here, strip of paper, scalloped circle is here and here. Now, when it comes to the strips, these are wider. In the first one, they're more narrow. Because remember, this is graduating. I did punch 2 holes and put this ribbon. I did put a bow, but when you open it, when I was working on it, I found it was starting to pull at the holes, and I forgot. I brought out my hole punch and my grommet maker, like, you know, to put in the grommets. I pulled out my case of grommets to put grommets in it, and I forgot. I made the hole with this one. This is similar to the crocodile. It makes holes here, and then you put it together here. This is one size only, though. The crocodile does 1/8 and 3/8 or something. 3/8 and 5/8. I don't know. But, so this is a less expensive version. It's a really heavy metal. I don't know if it's stainless steel. Yeah, I don't know. It's not stamped stainless steel. So I don't know what kind of metal, but it's really heavy. And it does a good job. So I did do the holes, but then I forgot to go back with the grommets to put the grommets in. Oh well, so now, while I was working on it, it was shifting a lot. And I'm afraid that it may have made some of the holes, like this one, looks like it got bigger. So long term, yeah, here too. Long term, this is not a good solution. So I'm debating, do I take the ribbon off? And do I reinforce it with grommets? I think I should. But then if I'm going to do that, I'm thinking maybe I should put a hole in the middle and then do the normal stitching that you would if you're binding a journal. You just do it like from here. You go in here, out, in, out, in. No. You go down, up. Then you go here, down, to the middle, up. And then you can tie it in the middle and then put a bow on it. Just like you would if you were binding the journal, right? But you're doing it on the outside instead. So I am thinking of changing that, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. It's done. So I'll just go through it real quick. There's baby and mommy. That's when she was born. 8 pounds, 10 ounces, which is similar to me because I was also about that. My mom said I was almost 9 pounds. So I think I was 8'10" or 8'12" or something. And then there's her 2 aunties. Now remember, the embellishments are next. So I did not do any embellishments. There's with Nana. There's with Omi, my mom. And there she is. Look at that, playing with her tongue. Oh, with a face cloth over her head. Eeyore, one of her Halloween costumes. And there, I had bought her that to exercise her legs because those walkers that when I was a child, we had walkers, but I guess there was too many accidents, babies in the walkers falling down the stairs, because it was on wheels. So the next best thing to exercise her legs was this thing. So yeah, and then all her teddy bears. And there she's being goofy. That was at Tim Hortons. And that's at her mom's when she was with her mom. And that was when she was with me in the park. And then here, I want to put a name on this one, the pet sitter. I have a picture of her as a cat, as a doctor, like Halloween costumes. And so there are some that I'd like to put, you know, like a label on it. And that one would be pet sitter. I don't know that there's any more in the, oh yeah, here Eeyore. And that's it. But there are some other ones too. So this is photo album number 1 done. You can seal this off and use it as a pocket. I chose to do it as a waterfall pocket, or a waterfall booklet. But I think I will, if I have time. I'm going to change this. If not, you'll find out on the final, you know, reveal. Because I am going to do a whole review with you guys and put it on my playlist of finished journals. So we'll see about that one. So next I want to do the one with, you know, cutting in like that. Now I did use the peel and stick photos from the mini Canon thingamajig printer. So I don't have those photos. So I have the smaller photos now. There's a few left, but not many. But I do have, okay, let me take the biggest one. Wait, if I do it the 4x4, that'd be 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16. All right. So if I take the 16th smallest ones, the tallest, see, I'm going like this now, and I'm looking for the tallest one. I don't have to worry about the width, because I don't think any of them is wider than it is tall. So the tallest one is this one here. All right. So now we can go. Okay, you need a little bit of space, so I'll use a pen. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think it'll fit the 4. If I have to, I could always cut down a little on the bottom or on the top. But I think that'll be fine. So it'll be these 16 photos. So now I'm going to fold. I'll show you how I start this, but then I'll pause you. I mean, I'll, you know, like go away and do it off camera. I just want to make sure that you're in frame. Okay. So first thing you do is you fold it in half. I should clean my desk too before I start this. Okay, so we're going to go in half. And now with this, you have to be precise, only because you're going to be folding it and you want them to align. Uh-oh, they're not aligned. Yeah, it looks like Okay, maybe I'll go by the one side and not worry about the other side because it's warping the paper. You know what I mean? Like it's making the paper go crooked and then it's not working proper. So I'm going to go like this. Now remember, this edge you can cut. This you cannot. Right? So we want to make sure. No, I'm going to do it this way. Because if I see it's not even, I can go a little bit over. Now, I've never done this. I'm going by memory. I don't even remember who's the one I saw do this. So, wish me luck. And then here. No, the ends have to be aligned. See here, it's not aligned. So that means I'm going to have to do some trimming. Oh, wait a minute. I should have this then straight. See, it's not. Darn it. All right. Maybe I should have this side towards me because this is the important side, right? The fold side you cannot trim. So the fold side has to be exact. Now what makes this even harder is this is the napkin with Mod Podge onto paper. Ah, I thought I had it. See, this side's perfect, but this side is not. Okay, now how am I gonna see that warp there? That I gotta pull that down to align it proper. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're gonna say that's even. It might be a little off. I don't know. Now let's see what it looks like. See, a little off. So now I'm scared to use scissors because if I go too far in, I could be cutting that. But it's only basically here up to about here. I'll try with my scissors. Okay. So we folded it one direction. So now we got to cut the ends too. But how do I know what's straight? See, that's the hard part about this. Is yeah, you can go ahead and freehand cutting this, but you could end up going crooked. Hold on, where's my guillotine? I don't know if it can go through 4 layers because right now it's 4 layers. Okay, so that's like that. Ooh, it did it. Yay. All right. And then this one, make sure it's straight. All right, that was just a little snip. It looks straight. All right. So now that's all square, all even. So now we open it up and we do the exact same thing the other direction. So now we're going to go half. So we need to come this way. Hopefully this direction it'll be easier. No, it's still off. It's still not even. This is the hardest part. I don't know. The girl had it so easy figured out. Mind you, what she did was she scored it. But if you're starting off with paper that's not necessarily straight, you know what I mean? Scoring it is not going to help. If you start with perfect sized paper, then it'll be fine. So it's up to you. You can try doing it with a scoreboard. Paper is less likely to rip. Why is this doing that? I think this paper is not straight. Maybe I made it crooked from cutting. I don't know. But that's the fun in it, right? We're having fun, right? I'm having fun, even if it does mess up. And see, look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. I'm still having fun. You'll learn a lot of things doing it like this. You'll learn about how it's easy to make mistakes. And so things that were made back in the old days, if they weren't a professional, they were making mistakes too. All right. So now, oh yeah, another thing too. When you choose paper to do this, it needs to be abstract. Because if you think of it, you're going to be like folding this like that, and then folding it this way, and then this, like all this is going to be in here, and then you're going to fold this, and then it's going to connect to this, and then fold, and then connect to here, and fold. Well, by the time you have it all folded and made it into this little, like one of these squares is going to be the size it's going to be, well, some of these are going to be upside down. Like this side might be right side, but this could end up being upside down. This might be right side up, but this could end up being upside down. I don't know. But it's something to keep in mind. All right, so now, as you see my folds, I am not going to cut here. I'm going to cut this. Then when it comes to this line, I'm not going to cut this, but I will cut this. And then here, I am not going to cut this, but I will cut that. So this remains intact, this remains intact, and this remains intact. All the others, right? So these three squares, these three squares, and these three squares, you have to cut through it. So I will do that, and I will be right back. All right, so I'm back. And this is the way it looks now. That's on one side. And yeah, it's not perfect. It shows this is the first time I've done it. But it works. So, there, there, there. So I guess all the inside is your pattern paper. And all the outside. So I guess you could choose which one you use. Oh, you're going to have to fold it a little differently. Yeah, okay, let's open her up. Okay, so let's try folding it the other way. Oh my. Take a chance to break the paper like this. Like that. Oh, did I start on the wrong side? Hold on. Okay, so we want this on the inside. All right. Oh, that's even worse. It's still a cool idea, though. All right, so there, there, there. All right, so now the only thing you got to think of is, okay, that's a regular page, but right in here. So what you do is you can glue this side and use it as a pocket, or you can seal it completely together. The same goes for here. You could seal the bottom so it's a side pocket. And then here you'd have a top pocket, a side pocket, a top, a side, a top. And then these two, you know, won't have any. So that's up to you how you do your pockets. I am going to do it that way. So one on top, one on the side, one on top, one on the side, all the way through. Because it's fun to hide things in there, right? Maybe if I have a few pictures left over at the end, I can just stick them in. So this where I'm going to now glue on. Wait, where are the ones I put to the side? Oh, there is the cat girl. And that's perfect on this color. And then this is when she was a baby. See, it's perfect fit. I don't have to decorate it because it's got decorated pages, right? There. The page is already decorated, so I don't need to decorate it. All I got to do, and these are the ones I printed on my computer, like on my printer. So I just use this glue, which won't allow it to warp. Just glue them all in. I don't know that I have 16 slots though. I will use the art glitter glue, this one here, to close off like the top and the side, top and side, all that. And then maybe I'll do that first. Then I'll glue these in. And then I just got to figure out the cover and the back. All right, so I'm going to glue the pictures in and I'll be back. All right, so that booklet is done. Oh, I just grabbed some dinner. So let me sit down. Okay, so this is the little booklet. I have wax paper because the glue is still, I used the glue stick because these are the ones I printed. The matte photo paper is like paper. So I just used a glue stick. So here it is. There are the pictures, every page. And then what I was saying about, so this is the first one. There's a pocket up here. Next one, there's a pocket in the front. Next one is on the top. Next one is in the front. Next one's on the top. Next one on the front. And I did that all the way through the journal. So I have wax paper in it just so that it can dry and it won't stick. Yeah, because it's still drying. I used art glitter glue. My little bottle here. And so if the opening's on the top, I glued this side. If the opening's on the side, I glued the bottom. Now, go really slow when you do this. Maybe you want to do all the top first and then all the bottom. Because by going like this and glue this, then glue that, and then glue, I don't know, somehow I ended up here. And there's one or two I glued incorrectly and I had to open it up and then re-glue it. Oh, actually, it's not the bottom. The front openings are on the top glued. And then the top openings are glued on the back side. So I ended up turning it like this. But then I think for the next one, I went this way instead of going back to this because you have it open, right? So you're gluing here And then the next one, you're gluing over here. And then I was like this, making sure that, because the glue would squeeze out, so I'd be like this. And then somehow I put it down the wrong way. Yeah, so just go really slow when you're gluing the pockets. I'm gluing the pictures down, pretty straightforward. Glue stick. My mat is all covered with glue stick now. So I should probably clean this before I do the next one. The next one is going to be these 3 pages with the paper in between. The paper only has to be half the size, like the wax paper. Oh, I used the wax paper for this. Okay, we'll put this one on top. So measure your paper, figure about 6 inches. So this paper only needs to be 6 inches, because when you fold in the 3 inches of a flap, well, a little less than 3 inches to make sure it tucks nicely. When you do that, that part doesn't need wax paper. The wax paper is only for the backing. And then this will be over top like this. Right? Now, I am debating if I even want to do the flap. I do have a couple of pictures here that I don't think will fit on 3 inches. They're 3 1/4. Unless I can't trim this one anymore. With her brother, I could trim it a little bit. I don't know. Unless I only fold 2 inches in. So then the middle is at 6 inch. And then the flip over is 2 inch. Do you know what I mean? And then that way this will be 4 inches. And then I have enough room to put these photos in. I am going to cut them in half though, because these are supposed to go in the pockets. And I don't feel like this would go in the pocket if it ended up 6 inches, right? Because we folded 6 inches by 12 inches. So I will be cutting it in half. So it'll be 6 inches this way and then fold it in half. So I could actually, instead of having 1, 2, 3 sheets, if I cut it in half, that'll be 6 sheets, which means 24 sides. Because every sheet has 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It has 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if that went on camera. But so each sheet will be 4. So if I cut it, unless I leave just the 3 sheets, which would mean 12. I think I have more than 12 photos left. Some of them I'm going to put in the pockets of this one. And some are going to have little notes in it. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut it in half. And then like keep it in this order. But then this one will go here. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know what I mean. Get it in half. And then put these 3 underneath those 3. So it'll be purple, this rainbow, a pink and purple. Then it'll be purple, rainbow, pink and purple. There'll be one of these in between every sheet, every sheet. And then the sides are going to be folded in just 2 inches. So then it'll end up being a 4-inch journal, which will still fit into the full-size journal. And I'll do that, and then maybe I'll come back and show you it all, the booklet put together, and then I'll add the photos and decorate, and then come back and show you the final. And then that'll be it. All the photos are done. Then I'm going to take tonight to go through and add embellishments, fix the closure on one of them and all that. And then tomorrow morning, I'll do a walkthrough for you guys. I'll post it for Monday. because she's getting it on Sunday. So I'll post it for Monday, the final look through. But yeah, this is the last one. And I have all those photos to have something to put it in. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll come back and show you how it looks. All right, so this is the last photo album. This is the way I did it because I want to be able to put it in a pocket in her journal. So I took these papers. I put the wax paper in between. Just gives it another dimension. And then the flaps, I ended up gluing them down like pockets. So she can put like 3-4 pictures in there together. Maybe if I have them all even. There we go. You know what I mean? So if she, as she gets older, she'll be getting photos from people, or maybe for her music, a special event. She'll want to keep the flyer from it, that kind of thing. She can always stick it in here. So there are pockets. Now the first one, I did a photo spread and then the tissue paper, and then it gets the flap over. Same with the very last one. I have not done the photo spread on this one yet, but I will. Then the wax paper, put the flap in. But all the others are pockets. I have the little paper punches. I did hearts, butterflies, and a hand. There's the butterfly. There's the hand. So all of these are pockets. And then I did the tie. I want to put some kind of bead or dangle on it. And yeah, and then that'll be her photo album. On the cover, I don't know that I'm going to do anything. Maybe I'll put one of her pictures in a frame like this. Maybe take that one of her on the boat at the boat show and just frame it out. That's all I'm going to do on the cover. Something simple like that. I still have to put my sticker on the back. So yeah, that's it. That's number 3. So those are 3 photo albums for all her photos. And because this one is pockets, she can add in future photos too. And then she can even make a photo album for herself. There's 3 different ideas we did. So I'll move this out of the way. We did the index card kind of brochure. These are really hard and stiff. Maybe if I would have done it with regular paper, I might have liked it better. But it's okay. Yeah, so it's just an idea. So we did that one. Then we did this one. I guess I should take all the wax paper out. It should be all dry now. There we go. So this is the one that's a 1 paper photo album. And of course it has pockets. There's a pockets up here on every second one. And then where's another little photo? And then there's a pocket here on every second one. So pocket here, and it's a photo album with all her photos. So those are the 3 that we did. This I'll just stick into one of these pockets. She can put them in the way she would like. So there we go, 3 photo albums. One, 2, and 3. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it down below. If you want more detail on how I made them, I think I covered the key points. But if you want more detail, I can do a whole video on just one of them and show you every step of the way. Other than that, remember, do what makes you happy and everything else will fall into place. Take care, everybody. I'll see you on the next one. Remember, Monday, I'm going to be posting the walkthrough, all 4 journals, the photos, everything, a walkthrough. I'm going to do it tomorrow, and I'm going to post it on Monday, the final look, because I'm still going to be adding embellishments and stuff. All right, everybody, take care. I'll see you on the next one.